In Concept 3, we are dealing with something called an MSDS. Now, before you get any further into the notes, I need you to go get a red color pencil, a yellow color pencil, and a blue color pencil. Go ahead and pause the video and grab them first before we start. Okay, let's define an MSDS. Okay, what does it stand for? MSDS stands for Material Safety Data Sheet. Right, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It basically is a piece of paper that gives us information about how to handle and work with a chemical safely. Okay? An MSDS has to be available for every chemical that is used in the lab, and the MSDS is usually provided by the manufacturer of the chemical. Now, the types of information that can be found on an MSDS would include the following. We will have the chemical's name and any common names. So, for example, sodium bicarbonate has a common name, baking soda, so both names will be on the MSDS. Okay, it should have the chemical's formula. All right, the formula for sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. The formula for water is H2O. Usually, we will not have a MSDS for water. Okay, but you get the picture. Those are the formulas. We will get the physical properties of the chemical, its melting point, its boiling point, its density, and also just what it looks like and what it smells like. We will get toxicity information about this chemical. Alright, and toxicity is a vocabulary word. Go ahead and highlight the word, and you have the definition in the parentheses. Toxicity means the extent that a substance can damage an organism. Basically, how toxic, how poisonous a chemical can be to an organism such as us. Okay. On the MSDS, we will also have the health effects. What happens if we breathe it in? What happens if it's exposed to our skin, etc., etc. And the first aid procedures. What to do if we accidentally ingest, or if we splash it into our eyes, etc. We will get the reactivity of the MSDS and how to store it, where to store it, and the proper disposal procedure, what to do after we are done with this chemical, what to wear, protective equipment, and also some spill handling procedures. Along with an MSDS, a hazard diamond can be very informative to us about a chemical. Okay? The hazard diamond is a symbol that is used to quickly and easily identify risks posed by hazardous materials. Okay, I'm going to highlight the word hazardous. Hazardous just means dangerous. Okay? Now, the hazard diamond is divided into 4 sections, and here's a hazard diamond. We're going to color it in. The top section is red. The right section is yellow, and the left section is blue, and the bottom section is white. Right? And each of these colors stand for something. The red stands for fire. Yellow stands for reactivity. And the blue stands for health. Okay? Now, this white section is for specific hazards. Okay, now in the red, the yellow, and the blue sections, we usually will have a number from 0 to 4. Okay, these numbers are basically telling us how hazardous, how dangerous is this material with regards to fire, with reactivity, and with health. Okay, 0 means that there's no risk at all. Okay, 1 means that there is a low risk. 2 means there's a moderate risk. If there's a 3, that's a pretty high risk. And if there's a 4, it's severe risk. Okay, most of the chemicals that we will use in the lab will be ranked pretty much right in this range, the 0 to 2. Okay, nothing more than 2. Now, in this bottom section, the white section in the diamond, we will most often find a symbol. Sometimes it's left blank if there's nothing else to include, but a lot of times we will find a symbol. Some of these common symbols are listed. OX stands for an oxidizer. These are things that we will want to keep away from flammable stuff, okay, because they can produce oxygen, and we know that fire can burn whenever there's oxygen. Okay, W with a line across, it means it reacts with water, and so these will be things that we want to keep away from water. COR stands for corrosive. I'm going to highlight this word because it is a pretty important vocabulary word. Corrosive means that it can eat away metal. Okay. Acid, that means it's acidic. Now ALK stands for alkaline, which is the opposite of acidic or basic. Okay. And this symbol stands for radioactive. So these are some of the more common symbols that you might see on a hazard diamond.